Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're doing another review. We're actually reviewing one of my favorite shoes, so I'm excited for this, but I also want to get you guys excited because we are trying to hit 2,000 subscribers, and when we get there, I'm hoping to do a giveaway. So the closer we get to 2,000, the closer we get to a giveaway. So start subscribing now. So today I will be reviewing the On Cloudboom Strikes. I recently got these shoes. I've only run them about 3 times, and the 3 times that I've run them, man, I have felt amazing. Like, honestly, can I just say, like, these shoes, they propel you, trust me. Like, I did a session in them, and like every time I just wanted to stop running, the shoes just would keep on pushing me, and I just like, yeah, it's just such an odd but amazing feeling that you get from wearing these shoes. To try and explain the feeling of this shoe is honestly kind of tough because yes, it is a super shoe, and like obviously it has a carbon plate in it. All super shoes do, or at least most of them do. And you can often, when you're running, like you can feel the firmness of both the foam and the carbon plate, whereas this shoe, the foam, every time that you take a step, you can feel the foam just compress, but then you feel the carbon plate just hit at the last second, and boom, like you literally just explode off the ground. It's like such a weird feeling. What do I actually have to compare to these shoes? So I have had 3 pairs of Vaporfly 2s, a pair of On Cloudboom Echo 3s. I did a review on those, and I trialed the Nike Alphafly 3. That was actually really interesting because that was the first proper like marathon shoe that I'd ever trialed, and so this is designed to be a marathon shoe. But I think it was really interesting because each of those shoes were very similar, but then this shoe kind of just stands out among the rest because of the softness of the foam and the hardness of the carbon plates. Like, so this has a very stable feel to it. Alright, let's get into the specs. So this shoe right here is a men's 10.5. That weighs 221 grams, so it is slightly heavier than On Cloudboom Echo 3, as this has more foam and is more specialized for the longer distances, so you probably want that. But yeah, the stack height, so at the heel right here, it has a stack of 39.5 mils, which is just half a mil under the World Athletics standard. And on the front we have a 35.5 mil stack height, so that brings our drop to a 4 mil drop, which is pretty optimal. Honestly, it pushes you up onto the toe nicely, which is what you want. But the secret bit of this shoe is this. Hang on, let me show you. When I pull out this insole, look at the thickness of that. So that's the insole that you have. See, so then when you look into the shoe, so that's the insole. Inside the shoe, you can see the carbon plate in there. So I don't know if you guys could see that, but inside you can just see the carbon plate. So the carbon plate isn't even necessarily in the foam because it's in between this huge hunk of foam and the rest of the stack height foam. So I think that's pretty crazy, because to think about that, they're almost illegal on the inside, and then you add this, and I mean that puts them over the legal standard, but it doesn't count because it's not on the exterior of the shoe. So very smart play by On there. And then in terms of like the mesh and the breathability, I found it pretty breathable. I've had no issues with it. It is kind of like, it feels a bit plasticky, but it is extremely thin but extremely durable. Honestly, I found it extremely breathable, but yeah, it has not shown any signs of even possibly tearing, which is what you want to see. In terms of grip, I mean, it's not fantastic in wet weather, but it's also not terrible. Like, I did a little bit where there was like a puddle and I didn't slip around too much. There was a slight bit of slip, but no more slip than you would have in, say, a pair of Vaporflies or Alphaflies. Actually, there's probably less slip than Vaporflies specifically because those are quite slippery. So yeah, this is what the bottom of the shoe looks like. I personally think it's fine for what it needs. The only thing that I would criticize on is the length of the laces. The laces are like ridiculously long. I've seen this on lots of the different reviews that I've looked at. Everybody's talking about how long the laces are. So if you're watching this, maybe take that into account, but honestly it's not a problem. I just tuck the laces in. Price wise, these shoes you can get for I think $380 Australian. Here's the conversion for all you Americans. But I think, like, yes, they're pretty pricey, but in terms of what you're getting, like the value for money is pretty good. I mean, like, they're an expensive race shoe, obviously. Like, you're gonna find that race shoes are expensive. That's all we have time for, but thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and go check out a pair of these shoes because they're fantastic. But also make sure you subscribe down below because we have great stuff coming. So thanks again, and I'll see you later. Did I get it?